Hi guys, and welcome to my video tutorial on how to use the Panasonic MDH2 Studio Cameras. Okay guys, so once you're using one of the studio cameras, this is the MDH2, first thing to check is look on the back here, see whether there's the battery is inserted. If not, grab the battery, which will look like this. Now on the top of the back of the battery you'll see a line of connectors, and inside the hole on the back of the camera you'll see at the bottom there's a row of connectors. So you basically need to line those up. So slot it in like so and then push down until you hear a click. If you do need to remove the battery for whatever reason, there's a big push button here. You press that, that releases the battery and then you can pull it out. But for now, slide in and drop until you hear a click. On the front of the camera there will be a lens cap. Push together the triggers on each side of the lens cap and remove like so. Check the lens hasn't got a huge fingerprint on it or dirt or dust, because that does affect the quality of recording. On these cameras the microphone, the external microphone, is connected and is actually powered from the camera, so you don't need to worry about batteries for the microphone on these cameras. At the side here is a red button and slider with a little white trigger. If you push the little white trigger inwards and push the slider downwards, you'll see a red light will come on. This means that the camera has now turned on. At the side here we have a viewfinder. You can use that if you wish, or you can pull out the digital viewfinder on the side there. At the side of the camera, below the full HD MDH2 lettering that you can see here, if you pull this flap down, you'll see there are two slots. These are for memory cards. So make sure that you have a memory card, and you will need to insert it in slot 1. If you have two cards, then insert in slot 1 and then slot into slot 2. So here's our memory card. Slide in and press until it clicks and holds in position. If you need to remove the card to back up the footage, press in until it pops out and remove. Put this into a memory card reader, plug it into a PC or laptop and back up your footage. I recommend that you back up as often as possible and make sure that you've backed up all of the footage before you either return the equipment or leave the studio. So slide in to slot 1, press until it clicks. You'll see on the viewfinder the camera is currently in camera mode. At the top here is your zoom in and zoom out trigger. There's also a red button, which is your record button. There is another red button below where the on and off slider switch is. Note that above this red recording button is also another zoom in and zoom out trigger. Like I said, the camera is now in camera mode. If we want to look at the recordings that we've got, at the side of the camera here you'll see there's a little trigger. The trigger is currently on the camera icon, which means that it's in camera mode. If we push that trigger all the way down to the little player icon, the camera then becomes a player. And when we've got footage, you'll be able to see thumbnail pictures of the footage on the screen here, and you simply touch and press the footage to play it back. When you're happy and you finish watching your footage, push the trigger all the way back up to camera mode, and then you'll see that the viewfinder has come back on. On the viewfinder, make sure that the battery is showing that it's full. If not, you will need to charge it up. Grab the charging cable and adapter, plug in to a near power socket and plug this socket into the charging point at the side here, which has the letters CHG for charge next to a headphone socket. So place that in, plug this into a wall, make sure that the camera is turned off, so slide the slider up to the off position, and then you will see a red light flashing to tell you that the camera is now charging. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.